What up, everyone? Switch Player, as always. And this time's gonna just be another game that my like the game guy's gonna play. It's called Pikmin, Pikmin, what are they called? So yeah, I'm not sure about this game since I don't remember even he played this game from before so well. But according to him, it's gonna be beyond insanity. His words, not mine, so I don't know. Oh man, I was actually doing it
I'd like to
for the
mention
reason.
that the first thing that happened was StreamYard kicked me out.
It did? Huh. I didn't remember that. New one. Yeah, I was actually thought of doing this from a little bit earlier, but
Oh, that's fun.
since
Yeah, hold on.
I was planning to do this stream earlier, but
Yeah,
I was taking a nap by then.
my internet was going nuts earlier, so press.
What the StreamYard? What the actual F? Really? Do you have to kick him out again? Oh man, this. Oh, StreamYard, you son of a bitch. Well, there's one thing, Game Guys is not gonna be happy when he comes back. That's just certainly that. Boy. Yeah, he is not happy.
I hate technology.
Yeah, you need both. Technology is terrible.
Increase this. Make sure my mic is working because I don't actually know. That's a good one. Okay. Well, the game is telling me to press A, so I suppose that's what's about to happen. A.
So,
All right, begin.
so what is this game for? I mean, maybe try to explain that to the.
Well, originally it was for the. Yeah, sure, I can do that. So this was originally for the GameCube. It got re-released for the Switch, which is what I'm playing it on, and it's very insane. This is my test file to make sure the game was working. All right. Let's see how this is going to go. This is probably going to either be not too bad or it's going to be something else. Because this game, it gets nuts and it gets nuts fast. So it probably won't get nuts. Well, I guess it won't get nuts until like second area, I guess. But because like the first two games of any Pikmin game are usually pretty tame, but hold on. You'll know when it gets nuts. You will know. Anyway, let's get this party started. I'll do file 2 because why not? I gotta practice because I'm probably gonna be doing what I'm doing right now for my own channel. By the way, this cutscene takes a while, so we're gonna be here for a bit. Meanwhile, well, it looks like Saturn, but I'm not really sure if it's Saturn. Dang, dingy up place, huh? Look at that dude, Louis. He's just chilling. Like, that's my guy. Yo, what's up? Oh, dang. Our company's going to be screwed. Oh, my God. Louis got almost killed by a rabbit that's in space for some reason because videos.
I don't know how to say this, but so far, the game has just only been for a few minutes, but
Hey, President, I appreciate you details. Like, could you make me talk a faster?
just to be in the head.
Oh, dang.
Out.
Spent the whole
I should
game trying to put that apart. Get that back to normal.
I should inform you that the game freezes up from my end over and over and over.
It'll probably clear up once the game actually starts.
Well, I hope so. But if not, then
it makes sense in a freeze because this is a cutscene. But hold on, here it comes. We got $100. Hold on, it's coming. We're gonna actually play this game. All right, let's go! Finally, gameplay. Well, after this cutscene, anyway.
So, what happened yesterday? The family drama. Like, what happened?
Yeah. Rather not get into it.
Fair enough.
I already did. At least I don't have to remember the bad stuff. Anyway, the ship talks. Louis missing. Oh my god. He's failing protocol. Yep. Wait a minute. Look. There. Those are Pikmin. And one of those guys looks like he's about to.
That kind of looks like some sort of.
I got
that looks
4.
Like
Never mind. I got 5.
Oh, that one that little thing looks like a crab.
Unfortunately, the enemy that I sent in Discord, we're not gonna see him for a while. Ah, camera.
Are you? Is the actual game playing a?
Yep. Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm playing now. This is just the tutorial area. If you know anything about video games, you know how long these things usually take. Uh-huh.
Well,
yep. Understood.
Well, it still freezes up. almost everyone every minute or so. And even
No, I'm not.
yeah, and even you glitching out now and then.
How it looked, but cutscene said that's not happening.
Well, it seems
Hold
that
on,
you
I'm
don't
gonna.
even hear what it's. Apparently, that the game is still freeze up so from time to time, and even you
How are we looking now? I'm
glitch
moving
out.
around.
Dude, I said the game still freezes up from time to time, and you glitching out also from time to time.
All right.
So I don't know what is happening.
Again, this is mostly cutscenes, so it's not a big deal. Yep. Uh huh. Understood. I got you. Sounds good to me. I'm trying to move this along as fast as possible, but you know how these things usually go.
Well, I mean, I don't know much about it, and so since the game is still freezing up all over again, repeatedly, so I don't know if this is only so I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, sorry about that. Like I said, my Wi-Fi went out earlier, and now I think my Wi-Fi is all fucked up because it was just like I don't know. Yeah, it'll probably look a little bit better once some action actually happens.
Well, I hope so.
Because right now, not much is really happening. But that's enough, right? Hold on. This way towards the battery. The stream was brought to you by Super. Yep. Uh huh. Understood. Gotcha. All right. I don't know why most YouTubers that play these games skip day one because day one's kind of boring. How much time is in this damn game? Oh my god.
So, any words from Dylan?
I talked to him a few days ago. He was
Say again. I barely hear you.
he's just kind of.
Dude, you're so bad at glitching in the game. Like you are cutting out badly. Either it freezes up or your or your voice is glitching out almost every second word. So like, what the hell?
Technology, isn't it great? Oh, I wish it was. All right, Louis Chuckster. We have 0 Pikmin currently.
Man. Ooh.
So I get a little waiting. We not really an up. It's more so like a kind of up. It's about as up as the game will let you get.
What the? StreamYard? Why? Oh, StreamYard, you are such bad right now. Kicking out Stream Game Guy 3 times in a row. It's like, what's wrong with you? Unfortunately, people, we have some technical issues with Game Guy's connection or that the StreamYard kicked him out. It's not the first time the StreamYard kick out someone in the stream. So, yeah, unfortunately that happens. Even myself, I feel from a few times in a row. I can be muted for only a few minutes or so, and then I've been kicked out. Seriously, it's unbelievable. But I think is yeah, it's something that we probably would not expecting to happen from time to time. StreamYard is has always been like this. Well, in the beginning, those StreamYard was not even the same, but this is the has been happening now and then. Sometimes it's sure it's a bit annoying, but there's as much we can do. No comments. Am I right?
I hate technology. That's all I got for you.
Yeah, StreamYard. I mean, in the very beginning of StreamYard,
Or frankly,
when
can't
we
care less.
first, yeah, but in the beginning when we first started using StreamYard, at least from my end, there was no such problems at all. But it has been going on for the past year or so, give or take, and it's kind of a bit annoying at this point. But there's as much we can do. I mean, But even if to be muted for a few minutes or something, from between 5 to 10 minutes, that's also the only take to being kicked out just because they're in the stream but muted. It's I'm surprised that no one else has even joined in yet, like Balakite or Kovo or something.
There we go. Let's get rid of you. Oh, Swedish. I got a question for you.
Hmm? Yeah. What's up?
Hey, Swedish.
Yeah, I'm here. What is the question?
Then, well, I don't know what's happening. Eh. I was gonna. I was
If you're saying something, I don't hear anything.
sure. I guess send some guys over here.
You wanted to ask something?
I was gonna make a. I was gonna make a smash or pass joke with this bulb orb, but the moment's gone.
Yeah, I don't even know since
Wait, really?
two two things from my end. One, the screen from your end is a bit blurry, and two, it's still freezes up almost quite often. So at this point, I don't know even.
You mean you can't?
I can see the game, but it's
Tell,
but
you can't see
I can I can see
that
the game, but the characters and other.
giant guy that I was.
I see this like a red giant spider or it is,
Wow.
but other things around it is blurry, and
Yeah.
the game freezes up, and you are glitching so badly. At this point, I'm actually considered to just simply end the stream and delete it. I mean, wondering if this. I wonder if this.
I want to hang out with my friends and show them these weird games that I've got going on, and then it says no. Do not. Shabam. Well, it's gonna take him a while to get that back. So
Yeah,
I'm
this
gonna
game is
real
just
quick throw this away because I'm kind of.
Cody Lane is here. What's up, Cody? Well, let's say this stream. This game is from my end. It's I can see some of the characters and the outline of the layout of the game, but most of the environment of the game is blurry.
Alright, we're good. Shabam.
Some of the games are layout and all that is a bit blurry from my end, and it's also the game is freezes up now and then, like not just almost every few minutes. When I say a few minutes, that's like every 1 or 2 minutes it takes for the game to be freezing up, and game guys' voices cutting out so much. So I don't know if this game is even worth to continue to do, or this type of streams in the future. I just don't know.
I mean, to be fair, yours is cutting out pretty bad too, so might just be on my end though. Yep. Uh huh. Understood. Gotcha.
So I'm glitching out so bad on your end.
Yeah, but I think it might be like a. I think it might be just because my Wi-Fi is so bad. Like, I don't think it's you. I think it's me.
Well,
I don't know how to fix it.
don't ask me about it though. The same thing is for my to me though. Um, I have my own Disney Plus account, so I can watch any Disney movies or anything on my own TV or that. But the thing is, for the past month or so, yeah, or like Zootopia, and for the past month, I was unable to do that. I needed to update it, the service, but I don't even know how to do it. So for about a month, I was unable to watch anything on Disney Plus at all. But luckily, though, my dad actually came over today. Um, he he struggled for a while, but then he managed to get it up and running. And every time when I went over to see my parents, I wanted to tell them, let's tell my dad about this issue I had, but every time I forgot about it.
I don't know.
And when I actually managed to, when he was here, and I told him about it, then okay, I can take a look at it, kind of, and he did, but he couldn't solve it, and took him. I don't even know how long that took but he managed to fix it though. But then it's like I have no problem. I have no problem with like Netflix. That's two separate things that I've been watching though. So if I want to be watching anything on Netflix, yeah, I can probably do that. But when it comes to Disney, yeah, after a while I can't even watch anything on that. And especially now I believe it is October 25th, where it's going to be a new Star Wars season of Star Wars Visions. But the Star Wars Visions had no connection to either the Star Wars Expanded Universe or any of the movies. It's a non-canon show, so it's gonna be. And they also and some of those are animated. And this season three, you can say, or volume three, is animated. Some of them actually are going to be in. It's going to be like a continue from some of the season one episodes, something like that. So I'm looking forward to that to see what that's going to be like. If it was about the Beyblade, no, I didn't watch that since yeah, I haven't been able to be in the scene that much. Kids the Shores of Words. Oh, do you know from Nickelodeon? Yeah, no, no, I don't really watch that.
Hmm.
In fact, I never even seen that. When they do actually have this broadcasted on Nickelodeon, that the whole award ceremony and all that from start to end. I never saw any of those, and honestly, I'm not even going to either since even if I did have Nickelodeon on my TV, but I was like, nah, I ain't much in for Nickelodeon anymore. I mean, Nickelodeon these days are.
Yeah, I mean, my thing with Nickelodeon is it's just like I feel like after
Since Nickelodeon, to me, it's really had been so bad. I mean, to me, Nickelodeon has really gone to downhill fast for the last 10 to 20 years. So many iconic shows from the early, like late 90s and early 2000s, they were much way better. Of course, even SpongeBob when that was going on Nickelodeon for in the early seasons, it was great. But lately, as far as I understand, SpongeBob really isn't even that good anymore. I mean, as the latest movie when SpongeBob and Sandy went to the surface to save their friends, turns out that she can fly. Well, she's a this flying squirrel. But the fact is, it was never hinted in the earlier seasons when she happened to appear in. I was like, we see when she's inside her dome, when she's just wearing her bikini and such. It was never even seen any reference of her being a flying squirrel. Maybe this was because added in later seasons, but also the fact is the movie even considered as part of the canon? So I think the latest SpongeBob has really gone so bad. It's just, but there are also many other shows that I really don't even like it much. Say, Danger, Kid Danger, or Henry Danger, what it's called. Yeah, or Danger Force. Maybe even saw that one, but maybe going to. So yeah, shows from back in the early to late 90s and into as early 2000s, they were way better. Same thing is for the cartoon shows from on Nickelodeon from the late 90s and early 2000s. They like Johnny Bravo. Since Johnny Bravo was one of the iconic ones.
okay, here's
Tuning
my
there.
thing. I just don't like when they made a Danger Force, which was like the spin-off of Henry Danger. I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? Why are we doing this? Because
Yeah, exactly.
it's already bad, and then
Yeah,
they
that's
just decided
and
that
a
needs a
movie
sequel.
and a movie. Think
It
of
just
that.
doesn't make any sense.
Think, think,
It's just like I
yeah.
don't even know.
Keenan and Kale, the one that the Keenan who lives with his
They
family,
seriously?
who work,
Well, I guess they did, huh?
and Keenan who worked in that grocery store, and Kale who is obsessed of orange soda. Yeah, that one was a great show. That was a pretty much an amazing show back in the late '90s and such. Many cartoons back in the late '90s on Nickelodeon was great, and many cartoons on the Cartoon Network also was pretty good. But it's just some of the shows lately, like Flapjack on the cartoon. I was like, what the actual hell is that? A boy and this captain is looking for this uh, alleged island that's made of candy. Uh, okay, one of the great shows on the Nickelodeon that I remember, Rocco's Modern Life. This was way before even Game Guys time. I can say that. That one was epic. It was pretty fun. Yeah, Rugrats. The original Rugrats in the late '90s. I mean, that was pretty good. It was really good. And the rebooted one that they made with CGI, I never even saw that. And honestly, I understand if they perhaps if they had done Rugrats as exactly as the original, but as I mean, maybe it could have worked. All grown up with their Rugrats
Alright,
uh,
give me some good news.
as their preteens, begin before they start to. Okay, in the concept of when they seen Tommy and his friends as preteens and early teenagers, in that concept, it's not a bad idea. We saw them for many seasons as babies, and it's like, okay, how does he mess from a
That's fun.
preteen or early teenage perspective of the world? It was not a bad idea, but
Alright, let's see how this goes.
there's only one episode that I very much liked about the All Grown Up was the when what is this summer camp? That's it. Hey Arnold, ooh, now that's a show. That is a show that's had so many good moments. Um, I don't know if you, Cody, remember some of the earliest episodes of Hey Arnold. Um, in one episode, when they this supposed to doing a bad storm, when the grandfather told them about this scientist who lived in the basement who worked on the experiments of beans and such. Okay, that was pretty good. And the Ghost Train, yeah, Four Eyed Jack and the Ghost Bride, or the wait, or this episode when they went to this island in the park when they're looking for uh, this treasure, this supposed gangster who had this in a story what had a chicken bone in his throat. That episode was pretty much yeah, Wheezing Ed. That was an awesome episode. And when they went to fishing, when they found this prehistoric fish, yeah, most of those urban legend stories that Gerald told, they were awesome. And eating contest, I remember that one. um, Danny Phantom. Well, that's another thing. That was not even a bad show either. And get this, even after the show ended, the creator for Danny Phantom actually made some concept art for uh, about some of the characters. I think like 10 or 20 years later, how they looked like just when as adults, like say how Samantha or how Dan looked like, and they actually when they had twins. they weren't identical twins. They were like this fraternal twins, boy and a girl. They actually somehow inherited their Danny's ghost powers, and they are actually considered as canon because that was the creator said himself. And the most shocking, another the supposed ghost, um, Amber, the one that sings, in this post 10 years later, apparently started to develop a affection for Danny. Like she has started falling in love with him. I wish they could bring that as a maybe like a rebooted this series, or maybe like a new, maybe focus on a new, like a new generation focused on how Samantha and Danny, yeah, like a revived version, but they continue from what they left off from the series, but that like ready from just and for the start for the whole thing. But what if they like say like Avatar, like in Avatar, when like in the last episode of the last Airbender, when we see Aang and Katara kissing, and later on Korra, that what it says like 70 years later in Republic City, similar to that in with Danny Phantom, that can be like 10 or 20 years when we see Samantha and Danny married with the twins, raising them and fighting ghosts and such. That would have been an amazing an idea. Um, Jimmy Neutron. Um, I mean, it did have its moments, but the show itself was. Eh, I mean, I did kind of watch it from when I was on TV, and but yeah, I was not much a big fan of it. It was, and especially when the movie came out, when they went to save their parents, and I mean, they used vehicles that was from the park, that the amusement park. They literally was flying through space. All of those vehicles without spacesuits or anything thing that keep that like maintain an atmosphere traveling, unless this those rides could create then like a bubble that maintain a breathable atmosphere. But yeah, that was yeah, that was even though one of the weirdest of the Jimmy Neutron episodes is when Jimmy wanted to lower the temperature and using this giant sunscreen spray and literally caused an ice age. And that he needed to like Carl and a few other men in the town to sweat, which the side effect made the whole air in town smell like sweat. Frankly speaking, that is just disgusting. But or how do we did this? What a spin-off,
Excuse me.
Planet Sheen. Uh, I saw just a little about the Planet Sheen, but boy, that was terrible. That one was so terrible. I mean, it could even be worse. And what if they
Don't get
actually,
me started on.
dude? What if they actually made a movie based on Planet Sheen? I mean, I understand at least that the concept of Jimmy Neutron be a born genius, but the most surprising that Jimmy and Cindy from the very beginning they were like these frenemies. They weren't like arch nemesis, but they were like frenemies. They could have been friends at one point at one time, like arch rivals. They could be they could trust each other, combine their efforts if it was needed. Like say when they went to rescue the parents from those aliens. or when just him and Cindy alone on that deserted island, and eventually
Um, other, I guess.
the hell happened? I was in the middle talking and suddenly I was kicked out. I mean, not only that, the whole Firefox program I used like shut down or crashed. I was like, what the hell? Oh man, that was funny. But yeah, Cody, though, I mean, many of the the concept of Jimmy Neutron being as a genius, how he and Cindy being arch rivals and eventually became a couple near the end. Uh, it's not like the first time.
Why'd you get
Say
the entire army? Oh my god.
like Hey Arnold, but Arnold and Helga at the end of the Jungle movie, same thing. They were arch rivals or frenemies or kind of, but then actually happened to be in a couple relationship. I was like, I mean, there was a plot twist in that. I mean, considering that Helga was uh, so much in love with Arnold throughout the series, and even in the first movie and the second. The fact is that the Jungle movie was it actually answered
You're the
some of
Caribbean
the major
syndrome.
since
Yeah.
the
Okay.
Jungle since the Jungle movie literally answered some of the major questions. Since in the first episode, when in the episode where Arnold's parents happened to be appearing in, how to explain how they met, how it was like when he was born, or what type of occupation his parents had, and what happened. Well, at least partially what happened. Seeing that his parents just disappeared, but having that the fact that at the end of the episode, in the journal, there was a map that could show him where his parents went before vanishing. And that is some of the most amazing. And then the next very much episode happened was completely different. Just a normal new episode, nothing, no reference, no mentioning what's happening in the previous one. I was surprised because, like many fans who are of the franchise, like they was like, "What? What happened?" We finally find out that his parents went off somewhere. There was a map showing where his parents went off to, but they never concluded what exactly what happened. They left so many like a cliffhanger on so many unanswered questions. Like, is his parents even still alive? And were those green eyed people still around in the area where they went to? Was their second mission to help the green eyed people even success? Did they fail? It was a lot of unanswered questions. And the Jungle Book movie, but the Jungle movie was supposed to have been happening earlier, but due to some circumstances, it was delayed. over and over until it was finally released and we finally had the true, yeah. Yeah, same as for Samurai Jack when they returned, when they went back in the with the fifth season. Even though it was not the same voice actor for Aku as the previous seasons. If I remember right, it's because it was due to the fact that the character or the voice actor had died. But if you remember in one of the seasons when he actually went to this guardian, when he met this guardian who he fought against, and behind him was this time portal, and it's even showed Jack, an older Jack, like a king. I thought maybe that was a reference that's gonna happen with Jack at some point in the series, like a temporal timeline or something. Well, there's a potential future for him. But after he went back to the location where the Guardian lived 50 years earlier, the portal was gone. And another fact that even Jack was able to go back in time, restore by defeating Aku officially and permanently. But the fact is, since Ashi faded away, meaning since Aku was killed in the past and that future he created never happened, which means she was never born. But the fact they actually released a game shortly afterwards of the season 5 of Samurai Jack, and in that he actually was able to pull her into this pocket dimension where she is still alive, and that game is part of the canon or part of the continuity. So at least Samurai, even Joe Jack was given this happy ending that he was united with uh, with Ashi, and that they actually were able to get married and all. But how many other series that we had this? Like say Camp Laszlo. That was when another show on Cartoon Network was had this shocking twist of ending. Like, turned out that the camp leader was actually a criminal, and that the fact he stole the original camp leader's fur in order to hide. I was like, the whole time the kids were in the camp, the summer camp, had been at the summer camp with a wanted criminal dressed as a summer camp leader. I mean, come on. It, even though I think Camp Laszlo it was even that good, honestly. But I never saw the final ending. But there is another thing: Total Drama Island. Okay, don't let me even get started on that one.
Oh
They made
god.
they made so many different
Didn't
versions
they
of
make
it.
like
One
a
that,
wait. Didn't they make like a fucking baby
of
version of
them,
that show
yeah,
where
that
everyone was
they actually
happy
did.
for no reason at all?
Um, and they actually is even planning to return a series again with a new version, new season, same Chris. They actually supposed to be going back to the original island, and I know that I was like, what the heck, right? And even though I only saw the first and second season of the Total Drama Island, but the rest of them, not at all. It wasn't even that good. I mean, it's kind of like I mean, it was just my God, that was just bad. It wasn't even that funny at all. Seriously, many of the shows that all over the years that was on Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network was way better. Honestly, I mean, okay, even though, like, say, after Star Wars, I think Episode 6, they actually released uh, Star Wars the Droids, which are only as only two main character, R2D2 and C-3PO was the main characters in that one. That one was released in like 1977, shortly after Episode 4. And of course, Star Wars the Ewoks was released after release Episode 6. I was I hadn't even seen any of those, but they are actually on Disney Plus, part of Star Wars content, part of that. So if anyone just want to watch those, I think you can do that. But the fact is, there have been so many shows on the Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel. Also had some good shows over the years. At least one good show from the Disney Channel that I really much enjoyed. Kim Possible. Kim Possible, the teenage hero, was pretty good. Um, but what do you guys think of um, K and D, Kids Next Door?
I've never seen it.
You never did?
I've heard of it, but
Huh.
I haven't watched it yet.
But you, Cody, did you see
Nah.
ever saw that? You never saw Kids Next Door either? Wow. Okay, you really missed out something. Um, they actually made a movie about that one also, but saw the movie two, three times maybe. Seen the show or
I have an extension cord.
um. Okay. Okay. Have you either heard or seen the Green Adventures of Billy and Mandy on Cartoon Network? Have you seen it, Cody? I know the fact this series is before even Game Guy's time. I can say that it was like back in the early 2000s, I think. Yeah, in one episode from the with that Billy Mandy, but Grim, the Green Reaper, Mandy walks up to Grim, who is underneath some uh, boards or planks, and asking if he has seen Billy. Which before he can say anything, Billy's dad, who was standing next to them, said that he said that he's gonna pick his nose and just wanted to give them a heads up. And in that moment, Billy's dad ate something. Do you know what he ate? Well, you may think since he was picking his nose, you may thinking, oh, he's gonna eat a booger. Nope. Do you have any guess? Do you have any guess, game guy?
Nope.
You may be thinking, did he eat a sandwich or some candy? Nope. Actually, he ate his own brain. No joke. You may be thinking, wait, how did that happen? Well, he literally grabbed his own hand inside his nose and grabbed out his brain and without knowing what it were. So he just put it in his mouth and slurp it in like a spaghetti. Man, all everything that's like, ugh. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, that's pretty nasty. And the fact is, Billy's friend Irvin, actually, his dad is half human, half vampire. And it turns out that Irving's grandfather is actually Dracula. But the fact is, that is not only thing. Um, it turns out also that Irving, he is he is part human, part vampire, part mummy. So it turns out that Irving's dad married a female mummy, and his dad's catchphrase is "dude," and Irvin's is like Joe. It's like Joe, dude. Yeah, it's like Grimm's Adventures with Billy and Mandy was yeah, that was pretty good. Some of it, but yeah, it was many of the shows over years was not bad, not bad. But there, okay. Speaking of Disney ones, they actually made the Jungle Book. They actually made that one as a TV show, but before Mowgli was even part of it for the whole thing, they made it when Baloo, Bagheera, Shere Khan, yeah, when they were just kids. All of them were actually friends, living in the ruins where eventually King Louis would eventually take the rest of them. That I was like, okay, that was fun. But there was one of the
Hello,
another
Lions
they
here. Let me
actually
close here.
another version when they also made for the Jungle Book characters. They used them in another Disney show. Do you know which one, Cody? I can give you a hint. Baloo still has his name Baloo, but he is a pilot. Any idea? Yeah, exactly. Tailspin. They actually made Tailspin with Baloo as a main character and Shere Khan as as a businessman, also part of the villain of some kind. Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog from the 90s. I actually grew up watching that series on TV. But one of the others I really much enjoyed was Sonic the Hedgehog, also from the 90s. That ran only for 2 seasons, but that one actually continued in the comics, Archie comics, for a number of years. But the Adventures of the Sonic the Hedgehog, it's it's not like considering as part of the continuity, since they in fact mention his parents, his ancestors to that one. And in the Archie comics, we have Bernadette as his mother, and Jules as his father, and Charles Hedgehog as his uncle, unless that's actually him. Yep, it is. So yeah, there have been so many different series of Sonics over years, like say Sonic Boom. Never saw it, not even going to. Sonic Prime, seen like the 2 seasons of the first ones that they actually did, but not the last one though. So Sonic X, yeah, I did see most of it, but not entirely. Friend, the whole series, since that depends on if they actually broadcast all the whole thing. Um, what else? Sonic. Okay, Sonic the movies, the first one, the second, and the third. Seen all of them. I'm looking forward to see Sonic 4 about 2 years from now. it's clear at least that Amy is gonna be in it. I mean, after all, she made a cameo appearance in at the end of this third movie. It had to be, otherwise, how will she even not reappear in the in the fourth movie if she's not even there? And the fact that Shadow, it's also my understanding that he is gonna show up in the fourth movie. After all, he survived re-entrance in that. But here's the major question though. Since the third movie was a reference to Shadow the Hedgehog game, where is, or at least which game is the fourth Sonic movie going to be based on? I mean, they have made so many games of the Sonic. So, which one is that's going to be based on in the fourth movie? Since the third is based on Shadow the Hedgehog. After all, they introduced Shadow for the first time. So who knows? And even here's another thing: if Amy is going to happen in the fourth movie, and as we all know, Amy has this huge crush on Sonic, and it's unmistakable that he is even aware of that in in Sonic X. It's clear he is fully aware that she has a crush on him, and even in the Archie comics, he also is aware that she's has crush on him. So it is understanding. But if she do happen appear in the fourth movie, I mean, if Amy now is gonna be in the fourth movie, I mean, it's clear that she has to be. I mean, if he happened appeared in the third at the end, saving Sonic, it's clear she had a will have a bigger role in the fourth movie. But then here's the question: if she's gonna be in a big part, and if she's gonna be adopted by Sonic's human adopted parents, that is what's the problem. Sonic, or at least Amy and Sonic, being as an iconic couple within the fandom by many fans for over the years, if they are going to be adopted brother and sister, they won't be able to be dating. I mean, sure, they aren't even blood related at all. They're like step siblings, but this it will give a bit wrong signals to the fans and audience and all. But that depends. And even when we know for a fact that we had Amy, who's gonna be reappearing in the fourth movie with those, and who knows who else is gonna appear. But there is one unanswered question from the third movie: who the hell built the Metal Sonics? I don't think Eggman ever did. Because in the third movie, in the beginning, when he was, people assumed, or at least presumed, that he was dead. And he had no reason to build the Metal Sonic, because when Sonic and Knuckles and Tails was brought to see him, he was sitting in an armchair eating junk food, and he actually had gained weight and all. And it's like, he didn't even care anymore. So who the hell built the Metal Sonics? Unless that the Eggman built them after after he found out his grandfather was the one who hacked his drones or and such. But the problem is, in the movie when we saw him, when we saw both of them interacting, there was no scene of them being in any form of factory. Maybe. I mean, okay, sure, maybe that his Eggman, that Agent Stone, I believe his name is, that he was the one who could have built them. But the fact is, ever since even since that Eggman was presumed dead, why would he build those Metal Sonic? And for one reason, if the whole world believed that Eggman was dead and that they found no trace of him whatsoever, they presumed that he was already dead. There was no reason for him. And after all, Eggman was just sitting in his armchair watching soap operas and letting him go. I mean, he didn't even care since anything. He just let him waste it on being watching TV. It's like there was no reason for him to even to build. But so if it was not Eggman, not his grandfather, then who else could have built the gun, the organization? I don't think the gun would even do that either. Because why would they do that themselves? Because after all, Sonic helped to bring down Eggman or Robotnik in a second movie and even helped them throughout the third movie. So why would they even do that? Unless they created,
Well,
unless they created this the Metal Sonic as like a backup if suddenly if Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles would go rogue or even turn against the U.S. government or against the world, unless that the government build those Metasonics as a continuous, like Batman, who made his uh, continuous plans against the Justice League. But I don't think the government would even could go that far. But who knows? Maybe we'll get the explanation in the fourth movie. But who knows? But honestly, I don't know about this. It's a lot of mysteries involved in this. Yeah, I mean, it's possible that the spy could have his own evil version, unless unless that they created him by a spell, like made an identical copy, like an actual biological copy of him, and corrupt him or something. Who knows? I mean, it's possible.
Kitty, what are you doing up there?
So, Mr. Cinnamon Roll, what's up?
Stressful.
Why? Did something happen?
Let's just say how let's just say I was about to play some lingo in this game show server stream, and let's say we had a few trolls popping and playing sounds, even though they were muted and they kept on muting and on deafening themselves, causing a disturbance, and they were getting banned, and then they kept showing up with the same profile, and then during one of the games, one friend who had his cam on and was talking was showing off his nephew, and he just out of nowhere said to his nephew he was going to pop him for some reason, and the host of the server and one of our other members got
Oh
into a little bit of
no.
a fight, and then this member started off with saying something with, "If I find out," he started off with saying something that started with those words, and the host took it that as a threat and banned his ass.
When you say pop him, do you like shoot him?
No, the other pop, because who he was showing off was his little nephew.
Oh, you mean bow wow chicka bow wow?
No, he was showing off his nephew, his little nephew, and he said he was going to pop him, as in, like, maybe pop him on the butt.
Oh, you mean spanking?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's yeah. Well, that's not okay.
He said that straight out in front of us, and that's what started the little, um, complication.
Wow, that's yeah. No, that's not okay. Oh boy, that's that's
Yeah.
messed up.
He just flat out said it in
Well,
front of us, and this was all after we were interrupted by some people who were joining and kept asking the host, why the fuck you banning us and every single bit, because they were causing a disturbance, and then they kept felt like they were trying to say the F word over and over again, and he wasn't taking any of it.
now that is understanding, but seriously, that's wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just yeah, that's you feel the mood for some donuts? Well, I even have any donut in. Wow, how long has it been? I have a donut. It's been a while. I do actually have some gingerbread cookies.
I
Well,
too like some donuts.
do you guys can you guys eat gingerbread cookies all year round in the US? Well, that we can do here as well. I actually bought some today. Actually, um, the fun actually is my dad actually bought me some Christmas uh some kind of like saffron buns as a Christmas one for me. I was like, what? This already? And I was like, why not? And but yeah, I even bought some my own what was it? Chocolate fingers kind of cookie, and it was a short days before they expire. Well, it's not that different. That's not that dangerous. Yeah, it's just I don't know what else to say about that. So I mean, I was actually about to leave, or when I was early today, I was about to go to the
Come on,
store
get
to
your
return
kids
some.
stuff.
I was actually on the way to the store to return some bottles and cans earlier. But the funny part was I was about to close the door. My dad walked up on the staircase with some paper bags and I know that he was supposed to be showing up sometime this week to give my cat some medications for scab, but he never said exactly which day or time when he was supposed to be showing up. So so I just like I walked back inside my apartment again, and afterwards, when the dad was taking care of, and he helped me with the issue with this Plus updating. So after that, he just drove me to the store, and after that, he went home. But I stayed with lots of things I needed, and then I walked home. So yeah, and yeah, that was pretty much that's all that happened today. And there had been some small progress with my cat as well. So in the beginning, when shortly after I did get her, well, let's say she did number two in my apartment 4 times, twice under beneath my bed, one in the living room, one in the kitchen. I was like, whoa.
Uh,
But even, but she hasn't done that anymore. And now, but I'll just if I go to bed to just lay down, she always comes afterwards and lay down next to me, or at least close. But what? Do you want something?
Wait, my popcorn. Yeah, my popcorn from my here.
I was asking if you guys wanted to see something stupid.
Sure.
Well, ta-da!
A bird?
Well, that was
That was that a
we did
seagull?
it. We found something stupid. Hooray. It was It's hard to explain what it is. Hey, pick up the there you go. Pick up the disembodied head because that's just how it's still warm. That's fucked up.
Look like an eagle.
Purple,
Well,
grab
it
that
might
one.
be an eagle. It could to be looks like a
Everybody
seagull.
on the glove. It's called the burrowing snagrat, and it's really piss easy in this game. It's usually a lot harder in other games, but in this one, forget it.
It does something. How
5-man
many
knapsack.
eagle species in United States?
Press R to take a nap. I can do that. R. What?
Have you guys ever
I meant to
seen?
press X. The one button.
Okay, it looks. I actually looked up how many eagle species that lives in the U.S., but apparently that I only found two: the bald eagle and the golden eagle. But have you guys ever seen any of those birds, like golden eagle or bald eagle?
Mm, I may have only seen one bald eagle, might not maybe not a golden eagle.
Yeah. The golden eagle is a common in the western United States. Um, the bald eagle is pretty much all over. Do you, um, the fact is that the bald eagle was nearly extinct in the US back in the early 70s due to the fact of pesticides and hunting and such, mostly about the pesticide. And if that had continued without any actual effort to save the species, it would have been extinct by today. And there was only a handful of breeding possible pairs they found, but now it's fully returned as without any danger. The same thing as for the buffalo. The same thing as for the buffalo, American the bison. Before the Europeans even arrived, there was millions. There was
Oh,
hundreds of millions in the whole in the whole states. But after the European settlers came there over to the New World, and in order to take care of the Indian problem, they started hunting the bison, almost bring it to extinction. And if you were hunting an American bison,
so
and if the bison actually happened to cross into Yellowstone Park, yeah, you can't hunt it because Yellowstone Park is a safe haven for any bison, regardless. Um, I actually came across one particular eagle species that's supposed to be living
just like
in the US. It's called Washington
losing
eagle.
purples. I'm gonna do the reds.
But this Washington eagle, well, it's supposed to be a wingspan of 10 feet. Supposed to be discovered in 1828 or 27. Only been spotted once. No one knows for a fact if that was an actual new species or misidentification of none of that. But this one is considered as a cryptid. No joke. Oh, okay. Since Game Guy literally lives in this state, but
So let's
have
not
you
waste any
guys
more spicy sprays.
have you guys ever heard of the Bridgewater Triangle?
I have not.
What about you, Margaret? Have you ever heard of the Bridgewater Triangle?
No.
Oh man, you'll really miss something out. It's literally a triangle similar to the Bermuda Triangle, but in the mainland of the U.S. It's over 200. It's over 200 square miles inside Massachusetts. It's yeah. The thing is, there's so many UFO sightings, Bigfoot sightings, and even paranormal, like really much supernatural paranormal activity in that triangle. Mostly supernatural happens like if there's some sort of battles or any tragedy. But this thing is, the Bridgewater Triangle, in that area in Triangle, has no battles at all, no tragic endings or any tragedies at all. So no one knows exactly what exactly is so much paranormal activity in that triangle. Like there are no infamous battles, not even during the Civil War or even before then. Not even when during the Revolutionary War, during the what the colonists declared independence. Nothing at all. There's no battle scenes happen in that triangle. No any big tragedies. So what exactly causing the paranormal otherwise? I mean, you guys are from. You must have heard of at least the Battle of Gettysburg, right? Have you guys ever heard of the Battle of Gettysburg?
Hmm. You.
Lincoln Lincoln's Lincoln's Gettysburg Address.
Yeah, that. When I mean that was in the Civil War. The Battle of Gettysburg was between Union and the Confederate. That is a very iconic battle in the Civil War. It's really well known, and even today, people who's been there at night swears to God they've seen apparition of soldiers, even can hear cannons going off. And that is since there were thousands of soldiers from both sides died on that spot, which is a very hot spot for paranormal activity. But then, how is it so much activity in the Bridgewater Triangle where there's no battles on record and no tragedy on record at all? So how is there so much activity in that spot? No one knows. Unless it is unless it has been some battles in that area between the Native Americans before the European settlers even settled in the area. Think about it. Before the Europeans even arrived in the New World in the North America, that area was settled by many different tribes of Northern Native Americans for centuries, for millennia. Many tribes actually lived in peace with each other, but others fought against each other constantly. So maybe if there are some paranormal activity that in the area of the Bridgewater Triangle, it could be caused by battles, but that battles happened long before Europeans even settled in the area, way before even the colonies was even established. It makes sense because long before the Europeans even settled, the Native Americans didn't even have a writing system on their own. Most Native Americans passed down stories, history orally. Like they tell the stories that which, let's say, let's say for instance, like if Cody told his kids a story of his childhood, when he passed on, his kids were telling their own kids their grandfather's story about his childhood, and they will tell their stories that story and the next for the next several hundred years in the future, or it may be backwards. Like say if Cody has say his great grandfather fought some battle, like say maybe in the First World War, or perhaps even some other wars, but even before then, like say War of 1812, and that story been passed down in a family for generations and since, and that is how if you don't since Native Americans before Europeans arrived, they don't even have a writing style. They don't even have any. Even some actually had pictograms, like uh, similar to the in the hieroglyphs in the Egyptians. They had They didn't even had like the actual alphabet that we do, but they had symbols. Many Native Americans, they actually were still nomads traveling around by seasons. So who knows if there might actually been some big battles in the area of the Bridgewater Triangle centuries before the Europeans settled. It makes sense because Native Americans fought against each other with bow and arrows, spears, and if there are any of those remains, it's only the arrows, like or axes. Yeah, so only stone axes, stone arrows can be found if they use bullets. They can also be found. So if there have been battles in the area long before the Europeans settled there, it's possible. I mean, many Native American tribes fought against each other for resources or just simply started fights. And some of them, since the Native Americans didn't even had any literally alphabet of their own at the time, so since most of the stories was passed down by word, by word of the mouth over centuries, and many tribes in America actually went extinct either before the European settlers settled down or even after Europeans' arrival. It's actually happened. Like an example, the biggest Native American tribe settlement in the US, Sequoia, which had a population of 20 to 50,000 people. That was like that tribe went extinct around sometimes in the 1300s, a century before Columbus. So it's possible like Bridgewater area triangle could have some battle scenes long before Europeans even arrived. That alone could have so much bloodshed on the ground before anyone, and many tribes may actually have had moved away from the area, and or stories was lost since no one told them, kept telling the stories about those battles or anything. So it's a means possibility, at least in a possibility, that may actually been some battles that happened in the area of Bridgewater, Massachusetts, but before Europeans even arrived. Many stories can actually be passed down without being continued if the tribe is either no longer living in the area or if there's no one alive that knows the stories about that. It makes sense. Like example, the Vikings. Even though they did use the runic like the runes on the stones, there were only some people knew how to read them, not all of them. And in fact, even the Norse mythology stories that we know was actually only wrote down on books 200 years after the Viking Age had ended. So it makes sense that some of the stories was never told or anything like it. So I mean, it's possible that it could have been the battle scenes in the that triangle area long before Europeans even settled. I mean, it's possible. Man, whew.
A few white Pikmin chilling on the thing. Maybe they could make it go a little faster.
Oh man, I actually feel like I don't feel so
And by a
good.
little, I mean a little.
Man, I don't feel so good. I don't feel good. I don't feel so
All right,
good, you.
Oliver. Well, those guys are
Oh
doing
boy.
that. Let's go talk about what's going on.
Well, it's the I don't feel so good, but I am pleased that
Oh my
I'm not.
god! Finally.
Uh, it's not that bad, or just not like I'm gonna pass out or anything. It's just mostly I feel like that my blood sugar is dropping. All that it's a sign that I need to eat. So I might be muted for a bit. So I just grab something to eat, and that's it. I just need to do grab something to eat and maintain my blood sugar up and running. So
I really hope those other Pikmin got to the ship fine. Because if they didn't, I'm gonna be pissed. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, cool. Hooray! No one died. Thank the Lord. The Betty, the purple Pikmin or white Pikmin died. Oh god, that was a bad disaster. Uh huh. Yep. All right. Cool. Understood.
whew. Well, I grabbed some cookies with some sugar. That might help.
20.
Man, one of the
You get a
common
lot of reds.
some of the common signs of me of my blood sugar is crashing or is low is that my hand shakes. As long as I eat something, anything, it's just super normal. Since it's nothing bad though.
Oh, come on. That's great. Shit! And this time, let's not have any Pikmin die because of stupid weird hit boxes. Alright, let's try this again. 15 white Pikmin, 20 purples, and a shit ton of red Pikmin. treasure at the beginning of the day dug back up. I don't want it. You know, I'm realizing that I could have done something incredibly stupid, but I don't know. Fortunate circumstance, I'm sure. I need a bunch of leaf Pikmin too. I think I need exactly enough to pick that up. And I don't have that, so well, I do. Okay. Come on, people! We don't have all day. We have like 13 minutes until the sun goes down. It's definitely gets work. There you go. That's a lot of Pikmin. Geographic shit is what thing is. Yep. Game. Percent of my debt. Our debt, I guess. Like, for being really realistic, residents. Debt. You know what? I was like a spicy spray. Bitter spray. Sorry. Or maybe two. A bitter spray. I'll throw some white Pikmin up here. So, guys, come on, please. Hey. How many white Pikmin do I have? I have 15, right? I keep pressing the wrong button. It's Y, not X.
So it's gonna
I'll
be
have
an
the white Pikmin get that, and then we'll deal with the berries.
will it be an millionaire afterwards?
Sure.
Well, that depends if the game guy is upward.
Wow, that was fast. I mean, I guess to be fair, white Pikmin are the fastest Pikmin in the game, so. Hey, look, it's the number I always like D20 for some reason. Look at that. It's a 1. There's only 15 white Pikmin, but honestly, I'll throw a few red. And then a few white. All of the white Pikmin because I only have 15.
Stream gonna actually have been quite a pain in the ass today, actually.
Oh, white Pikmin.
Game guy have been kicked out 3 times, and I was kicked out.
Like that because if I say whites, it sounds weird. Oh my god, technology is just pissed around. That's a surprise. To literally no one. Well, at least a white Pikmin went after it. Astonishing! Ultra bitter cinema bobbers. Give me more stuff. The ship is high on Earth. Take the pick, Ollie man. Well, all part doing that. Louie, what can you do? Not me check to do wind area, just clear everything out. I could do something monumentally stupid, but I have some spicy berries too. But first, we have to kill these bugs. Guys, we gotta kill this. Just kill. Get me a bitter spray. I absolutely need it. The ball
Special
bears and stuff like
Olympics.
that.
Huh. Is that by now? I thought it was. I thought it was earlier. Hmm. Who knows?
Wow, we got 10 already. I mean, I'll take a bitter spray. I'm not complaining. All right, Self. No matter what you do, don't press up for no reason. I don't want to waste any bitter sprays. Die! Shit! I pressed up. God damn it! I just said not to. And then I'm just like,
What the? Oh man, he's not gonna be happy. Yeah, he was cut out 3 times before in the stream. Even I was kicked out. Well, not by StreamYard, but my Firefox program that I use was crashed. So that happened. What do you want? Yeah, I just talked to my cat.
here, he's.
5 times? I thought it was like 3 times you were kicked out before.
I hate everything right now. It's not up, it's Y. And I don't know why I think it's up, but I do. I know for a fact the white Pikmin were with Olimar, so I don't remember how many white Pikmin Olimar. Well, actually, no, he had all of them. I don't remember how many red Pikmin he had. Literally just dead. Olimar has all the white Pikmin.
What is it? You want?
I have 40, yeah? Here you go, Olimar. Take another Pikmin. Literally what we're going to be doing for the rest of the day. Farming berries. So, how are you doing, Swedish?
Well, could have been worse, I guess. I mean,
You going alright?
but that because that's yeah, doing well. Just my depression has been acting up lately for past few days. Well, bad as usual. Well, I'll see you next time, Cody. Well, my depression is in autumn, winters season type of depression. It's just when it's getting darker outside. It's just like early this week, I didn't get out of bed until like say almost 3 p.m. in the afternoon. I just don't think I didn't have the energy or want to get out of bed. So, but I did get out of bed to take care of my cat, by getting some food. But I went back to bed to sleep for another an hour or two, something like that. So, and this is something my depression is every year around the time of this year. The bill might be a bit well, might be a bit darker than some during the winter season, but it's never been this bad. Well, at least this deep. Most people thinking, wait, are you so depressed that you're like, have you any bad thoughts? Not really. I just, I just feel depressed. Nothing like, I really not so much any thoughts of to commit suicide or self harm or anything. Not at all. I had never even got that deep. I just feel depressed. That's it. And well, I don't even get any. I don't take medication either, since I have no idea how that would even react to my body or something. So it's like there's no reason for me to do take medication or anything. And even if my parents are asking if I should do it, but I'm like, nah, not really. I'm not going to. And they can't force me, even if I probably tell me being forced to be doing it, but I wouldn't still take them. What do you want? You have food.
First, do I need for another spice for another bitter spray? I need 10. Cool. Also, you want to see something else that's really stupid about this game? Hold on, I can show it up real quick. I have more than enough, right? I can show it up with one of them.
What? You have food. I don't get any more candy than that. You don't even ask for that.
So, the stupid thing I wanted to show off is not that, because if I do that, then all of these Pikmin are dying. So the stupid
Well,
thing I want to show off is this one Pikmin this time. Is if
I
they
might,
touch electricity, well, yeah. So, anyways, so that's an instant death. Electricity is an instant death for almost every Pikmin. So there's that. Hooray for that,
well,
because it is
I
what it
might
is.
end the stream here soon.
I
So,
have, I have 5, right? Yeah, I do. I didn't even get to show off any cool, weird bosses. That's the thing
well,
about
you have
Pikmin,
to.
though. Like it's a
Yeah,
very
but you can
long
probably do
game.
it. Yeah, but you can probably do it tomorrow.
All right, maybe we can do one more day and then we'll end the stream there.
All right, sounds promising. But are you up for any millionaire first?
Guys, are you ready to go to the perplexing pool? Is that what's? Are you ready for that? Because that's what's about to happen. Literally can't do anything else anywhere else. So Perplexity Pull! I don't want to bring back any enemies because I know for a fact the yellows here, so.
Are you up for any millionaire afterwards? After this is over?
Uh, I'm gonna say maybe and leave it at that. Yo, those my guys, yellow Pikmin. Now, we need to talk about you. Kill him! Kill that frog! Oh, that's so sad. If you know, you know. Anyone that's played Pikmin knows exactly why I hate those things. It probably is best if I just throw them all up here. Oh, really? Come on. I made it up there. Okay. What? How did you not get up there? Dude, get your ass. Alar, help me out here. Oh my god, dude. Get on top of the thing so we can move on. Thank you. I almost pressed up again. But I caught myself. I'm grabbing this guy. Only two of you attacking this ass. So get up. Thank you. Oh, I hate those things. Swoopy stitch bugs. Just ignore the guy that's on fire, but he's we don't worry about that. Oh. Well, okay, if you're gonna just give me oh, right, Alamar's not here. I mean I can think you just take the one, but honestly I'm not gonna do that. Alright, Reds. I've got 40 of you. This better work or we're gonna have an issue. Get him! Do your damn jobs! You better actually. Oh my god, no. Oh, okay. That wasn't too bad. That could have been a lot worse. I think only killed. He killed like them. That could have been a lot more. And those guys are also pretty obnoxious. So hey. Swoopy snitch bugs. You always kill them. Like it's never. game, please. Is he sliding towards the water?
Okay.
I think he is.
Seems spawn like I've left.
Log too. What are you doing? What are you doing, you idiot? What in the world? Why in the world would you take it to the water? Why? That's so dumb. I thought Pikmin 2 AI was better than Pikmin 1, so get on the bridge. Whatever. Olivar, you meet Louie. I have no idea why those Pikmin thought it was a smart idea to just take it into the water. It's like the dumbest thing they could do because they can't swim. Oh, get rid of these guys because they're assholes. Hell no.
Well, I'll be surprised.
Olivar, you can kill these assholes, right? Olivar cannot kill them. Alright, cool. Well, he can, but it's just in a weird situation. You better not. Oh, that guy's dead. That guy is 100% dead. He's under the bridge. There's no way he's surviving that. He's just gonna be drowning from. Is he just under that? Stuck under there. What are these things called again? I forget. Snitch. It's a shearwig, I'm pretty sure it's called. And they're pretty obnoxious, so I don't really feel bad for it. So I'm very neutral about this situation. Alright. The yellows blacks. I could probably give them the give them Scott pick, but we don't realize that they can't do that. The good news is he can't attack me from under that bridge. The bad news is he's now stuck in a permanent thing of hell. Actually, yes. Bring the. I guess you can bring back the.
So, when do you think we should end the stream?
All of you bring back. Louie, you stay here. Well, I was gonna have Louis stay here and take care of the Pikmin, but apparently this guy had other plans. I want to press it. There you go. Olivar, you stay here with the Pikmin. Ready to discover some yellow Pikmin? Because I think you are. Oh, they attacked the yellow thing, but they didn't get it. Yo, what's up? All right, yellows. Yeah. What? Oh my god, I pressed up again! Why, dude? I swear to God, I'm not pressing up but I did anyway. I swear to God. You know what? Take out my anger on these shearwigs. I keep pressing up and I don't know. It's like I'm, I don't know, connected to the button. All right.
So,
Can you
when
bring
do
that
you
to the
think we should
yellows?
end?
No? Can you bring that to the
When
yellows?
do you think? When do you think we should end the stream?
Take it
Since
to the yellows.
it's
Where'd it go?
past.
Thank you. What's up?
I asked, when do you think we should end the stream? Since past 2 hours and Malachite is back. Come on. Technology
You could
apparently
probably
was the
end
cause.
it. Like,
Randomly kick me the F out.
welcome to the club, Malachite. Welcome to the club. Everyone, bring that back to the yellows.
Well, people, I think it's probably time to end here. So I will see you guys next time, which will be likely tomorrow. So until then, this is Switch Double signing off. Bye.
Bye.
In the middle of the day.